Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today I want to take a topic from Japan and about a man who has made a big difference to the world of technology. I'm going to talk about Masayoshi San and his SoftBank company. Like there is a story of how every entrepreneur makes it big. Masayoshi San started life as a software distributor in Japan, made investments in telecom, then started a money fund in which he made deep investments, which turned out to be widely successful. Masayoshi Son's first and major big investment was in buying Alibaba when nobody wanted it. And Alibaba went on to become a global success. And when Alibaba listed, there was no looking back, and Masayoshi Son was the man with the golden touch. He went on to fund several successful companies and had a position in Sprint and then bought out a British chip maker called ARM Holdings. And then he ran ARM Holdings successfully and then funded several companies in India and worldwide. In India, he is famous for funding Ola and Voyo. But like all good things come to an end, Mosi-san's party should also come to an end. Mayosi-san's fund, the Vision Fund, backed by the Abu Dhabi Sovereign Fund, was basically a fund that invested in technology. This fund was started in 2017 and it was envisaged that there will be several such funds that would be investing in a string of technology companies. All that they had was the success of Masayoshi Son's investment, and his main comeback was the investment in Alibaba, which turned out to be a big hit. But things have not gone to plan for SoftBank for some time. There was the cataclysmic collapse of the WeWork IPO, which was backed by Son. Even his India businesses have failed deliberately to deliver results. Voyo Hotels is one such case, and Vola never seems to be anywhere near profits. So, it was but natural to expect that Masayoshi Son's for investments to come unstuck. He got caught with Liberty Sanjeev Gupta in the Green Seal deal, though he managed to get out of it. He has invested one third of the SoftBank Vision Fund. But the problem is, like all entrepreneurs who think they are latched on to great things, he leveraged too much and got into trouble. What he did is, he not only leveraged his fund, but his holding in the fund was used as collateral to borrow money and reinvest in the fund. So basically, he borrowed twice, once in SoftBank and other using his holding company listing of SoftBank to raise money and to reinvest it in the fund. Such double leverages work very well in times of great joy and when markets are roaring, but comes back to bite you very hard when the market starts to tumble. For the first time in 20 years, the central banks around the world, except in his native Japan, have decided to tighten stuff. And when you tighten, monetary policy begins to bite because the value of the interest you pay goes up, making it extremely difficult for you to service the loan. Also, very famously, the value of the asset also begins to drop. So it acts like a negative feedback loop. I am not able to pay interest, so but the value of my asset drops, so I have to bring more collateral. And when the value of the collateral drops, there is a margin call. I am under pressure. This in economics is named after a great economist called Harold Minsky, and there is a Minsky movement where debt becomes unsustainable because the SoftBank does not have the cash flow to continuously pay for the interest cost, and repayments. The only way it can recoup money is by selling assets. But since the market is already bad and prices are falling, any further sale will cause a reflexive feedback loop and make it more difficult to sell. The net debt to asset value in SoftBank is extremely high in the sense that SoftBank's net debt is nearly 25% of its asset value, and that asset value is continuously falling and is expected to fall. So, what has SoftBank done? It has decided to cut back on its investments. Companies in which he promised to invest, he is pulling back. He is also asking his executives to raise money very quickly so that he can tide over difficult times. Unfortunately for him, his showpiece deal of merging ARM Holdings with Nvidia has failed because it did not meet regulatory needs. Therefore, he is being forced to do an IPO and relaunch this company in the public market. You must remember it was Masayoshi san who took a listed company private by acquiring the outstanding shares in ARM Holdings. Now he hopes to relist this company in the Nasdaq and has borrowed $10 billion against the forthcoming IPO. One of his successful exits was in a Korean company called Kuhun. This company's stocks held by SoftBank was valued at $20 billion has begun to decline. In this declining market, SoftBank was forced to sell 1 billion of its stock at discounted price to raise money. Also, there is a big fall in the value of Alibaba stock held in this fund. From 220 billion, it has fallen to nearly 60 billion. This means that he has to provide for a margin call. Therefore, SoftBank stock has also fallen 40% over the 1 year. Luckily, he has $23 billion in cash, which allows him to meet bond redemptions and interest over next 2 years. But still, he needs money. So there is two pressures on two counts. One is the pressure that SoftBank will default. The other is that Masayoshi san himself will face a margin call on his pledged stock. This is what Harold Minsky warned us in his thesis, what is now known as the Minsky movement. Too much debt is bad. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. If you do like the content, kindly consider sharing it among your friends and relatives. I have written two books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.